We got a lot of this Sunday for sure. Wait for some more folks to get in here. There's nobody. Sit here and drink my miniature margarita. With no salt on the rim. Not because I have high blood pressure or anything, just because I put salt in it, not around it. Yeah, I definitely got some baits laid out here. We're gonna definitely take a look at. We're gonna some baits I've never thrown before. Some baits that I'm excited to throw that I didn't throw last weekend. I don't know if y'all can see that or not, but yeah, we're gonna go with that, and then Mr. Rogue Crawl there. But we're gonna wait for folks to get on here. Just gonna wait. I wonder if I can invite some folks. That'd be cool. That's awesome. Not even gonna lie about it. What's up, yo? We're gonna wait for some more folks to get in here. So if you want to invite, please do. I like this background though. I'm not gonna lie about it. That's pretty dope. That is pretty dope. So who's in here, man? Say what's up. How was your Christmas? And he's gone. Or she. What the fuck is that? Definitely don't want to do that. How's it going? Fixing my selfie stick there. We're just waiting for. No, we're not. What's up, y'all? Waiting for some more folks to get in here before we get started. So if you invite anybody, please do. Got some baits laid out over here. We're gonna throw Sunday. I got a little diagram back here we're gonna go over that I'm gonna be fishing this weekend. What's up, man? You got a shot? We're gonna wait for some more folks get in here before we get started. Like I said, if you need to invite somebody, please do. I'd greatly appreciate that. But like I said, I got some baits laid out over here we're going to throw Sunday, and we're going to get into all that, and we're going to get into all kinds of stuff. Because Sunday is going to be special, especially for this time of year. And as cold as it's been the past few weeks, this is going to be a special day on Sunday for sure. Does anybody live around here, around Taylorsville Lake? Anybody? Oh, I guess that's a no. Well, it doesn't matter. Um, in case you're wondering, Taylorsville is not like, what's up, Digger Nick? I'm gonna call you 007 or just Nick. How about that? Sound good? Yeah, what's up, dog? No, nobody does? Okay. It's all right. This lake is not a great bass lake at all. So just having said that, this lake is going to be tough even in the best conditions. So, but on on Sunday, it's supposed to be like 70 something degrees. The wind is going to be blowing. This is the north of the lake. This is just a section I'm going to be fishing, but the wind's going to be blowing like that way. So, and this is where I want to fish. This little hump right here. There's like a little point that comes off right there. And I'm gonna be fishing. I'll be fishing all around that up until probably about 12-ish. I'll fish the deepest part or the deeper part probably first. I might mess around the shallow part for a little bit, and then but if you are wondering, oh wow, that's a lot. What? I know a lot. I don't know a lot, dude. I just kind of do my homework and look at the weather and stuff like that. I wouldn't say I know a lot. Uh, but we're gonna throw some baits that I've never thrown before. But I want to reach depths of really, really deep. So we got this bad boy right here. I don't know if y'all can see that. It's a Bill Lewis. It's a big ass bait. It's like a damn DT10 or not a DT, an XD10. It's a big old bait. But it's just this is a fluke. This is a 5-inch fluke. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. It's like longer than a 5-inch fluke from the bill all the way down. Yeah, but anyway, it dives like 24 feet. It's a Bill Lewis. It says it's got ledge technology or something like that. It might be hard to see. If y'all can't see that, I apologize, but I know you can see the bait, so that's all that matters. I'm going to be throwing that for sure. Should I get it back in the pack? You know what? Fuck it, we're just going to stick it right there. We're not even going to mess with it. We'll be throwing that, and we're going to throw something else that I haven't thrown ever. And it is a Crush 400 DD. I just want a couple of baits that I know I can get down there pretty close to the bottom, which I don't know if you can see right here. There's like 30 something feet right here, and I want to be able to reach those depths. So I'm going. This is actually a good looking bait. A big old plug. This is a 5-inch fluke. I think that's just too much. Yeah. I apologize. Y'all can't see that. That's like a 5-inch fluke. But anyway, I'll be throwing this. I'll have this tied on. I'll be honest, I don't know if I'm gonna have that tied on or this tied on, but I'll have one of these two tied on for sure. And some other cranks I'm gonna have tied, not tied on, but I will have them handy. It's a big ass bait. Just some go-tos. DT20. You can't really go wrong with DT20. I just feel like I need to have some deep diving stuff to hit the depths I want to, just in case those fish are down there. Because if they're not down there, that's fine. But if they are, I want something that I can get to them. That's the 24-foot, and this is the DD 400 is a 30-foot, and this is a 20-foot. So I'll have like those depths covered. And on top of that, I'll have River Sea Tactical DD. This is about a 15-foot bait. I'll have it on 14-pound line, so it may not run that deep. It may run 13, probably at most. But that's basically the crankbaits I'll be running to Sunday. And then I've got the classic blade bait. I mean, that's just my bread and butter. I love blade baits. I don't fish them the yo-yo where you off the bottom and they fall. I'll just like burn them suckers and catch fish on them. But I'll have probably the blade bait and that DD 400 tied on, depending on where I see fish at. And that's going to be that. You got to go? Oh, man, what's up? You got to go? That's all right. We'll still be here. And you'll be able to see this, the whole thing. It'll be on YouTube. It'll upload itself. Well, happy birthday, man. If you're still in here. I was rambling on. I apologize. And we're going to keep with the deep part. I made this jig last week. It's a purple and green pumpkin kind of a color. I feel like this is probably going to be a player on Sunday for sure. I will have it tied on. It's not something I'm just going to have. And we'll pair it with this rogue bug right here. Rogue, I can't remember what the name of this is called. Rogue crawl. The color is called on the flip side. It's green pumpkin and just straight pumpkin. And I'm going to cut it and we'll put it on this jig and show y'all. What's it going to look like. It's going to look pretty sick. I'm sure you can probably already tell. Make sure it's about center. And I want it to come out almost all the way to the claws. I want it to come out pretty damn close. Okay. So about like that right there, by God. I want it to look just like that. That's a tasty little nidbit right there, I guarantee it. A little football jig with a, because they don't flap. They don't do that. They just kind of, they don't have any action. They're just kind of, they just lay there and crawl across the bottom. They just kind of, you stop it. Yeah, they don't have a whole lot of action. Anyway, I think that's going to be a player. I have a feeling I'm probably going to catch quite a bit on that one. I can't, and I've got other jigs here too. I just don't, let's see. We'll go with that one's a 3/4 jig. This one, y'all probably don't even know what this is. This is a 1 ounce. This is called a game changer. And what it is it has a screw lock right there. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. It has a screw lock right there. And what you do, first you gotta get all the skirt material out of the way, first of all. But you screw your bait into that, which is going to be this. It's gonna be a pit balls type bait that's got a chartreuse belly. And it's gonna be cloudy. It's gonna be really cloudy. And I want a bait that's gonna stand out on the bottom because there's not gonna be a lot of light down there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna screw this in. If I can hold this screw still, that'd be great. I'm gonna screw this in. Right here like so. And I want to keep it fairly long. I want to keep it fairly long. And we're just going to put the hook to it like normal. Just like that. I'll keep it, like I said, I want to keep it fairly long because it's going to stand up like that. I may, I don't want it that long. I don't want it that long. So let's trim it up a little bit. How about that? I'm going to trim her up a little bit. About like so. I took a good, nice little chunk off of that. Get this skirt out of the way. Yeah, I can't remember who makes these game changers, but I want to say uh, the same folks that paired with Mike Bucca to make those little bitty bull shads. I can't remember what the hell the name of it was. I don't know why I cannot think of the name of that. Oh man, like I can see it plain as day. I just can't think of what it's called. But anyway, we're gonna get that on right there, and just like that. That's what I want it to look like, just like that. Anyway, that's gonna be a heavier offering jig that I'm gonna be throwing. That looks pretty good. And next on, we're gonna go some more jigs. We're still gonna be fishing this area, this whole area. This is a structure jig from Strike King. I'm sure everybody's aware what this is. It will be, the skirt's gonna get trimmed up a little bit because that's a little too much. What I like to do, Denny Brower used to do this. He used to pinch it all together like this and then cut around the hook. And that's fine and dandy because I mean, who's going to argue with Denny Brower? But because he's the one that designed this jig, I like to just lean it forward like that and then just cut like that. It's kind of the same thing. You just get a little bit of skirt on the back. You don't have to keep all these long. And what we're going to put on this one, we're not going to put an actual trailer. I got like skirt material everywhere now. Let me scrape this up here real quick. And that's doing nothing. I was using this to scrape it up, but I was trying to get it out of the way. We're going to go with a chunk. And not just any chunk. I like these Bass Pro Shop Series chunks. This is it says Elite Chunk. And I think because they're a little bit longer, the actual, this part is a little bit longer. And I'm just going to worm it on there. I'm not going to, just click it on there. I'm actually going to worm it on there. This is probably going to be tied on first. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what the watercolor is going to be like tomorrow because last time I was there, it wasn't great. So, I don't give a damn what the watercolor is tomorrow. I'm going to go, not tomorrow, Sunday. I'm gonna go and I'm not going to complain about it. I'm just gonna go out and go fishing, and that's just the way it's gonna be. Because it's supposed to be, like I said, it's supposed to be 70 something degrees, and I can't make myself believe that I can't catch anything, regardless of watercolor. You know what I mean? It's gonna be really difficult to make me believe I can't catch something. But that's gonna be my primary jig. I'll probably have this tied on a medium heavy, nothing crazy. Probably fluorocarbon, um, probably 15-pound fluorocarbon, I'd say. But I want like a big presence, and I want it to stand out, you know. So that's why I'm going with the black and blue for that one. The uh, the wild card here is something that I haven't really done a whole lot of, but I know it can be done, especially on days like Sunday. It's supposed to be really, really warm, unseasonably warm, and I'm gonna be throwing. I'm gonna have this tied on for sure, spinnerbait. Um, I've got this trailer on there right now, but I may be doing something really weird and throwing a pink, just because I want it to stand out. You know, I want it to look different. If that wind, because that wind's supposed to be blowing this way, there's some pockets on the other side of the lake up here at towards the end of my day. I may go hit those pockets before I go home because it's blowing that warmer water up in that direction. So hopefully that will work out in my favor. Well, let me rephrase that, in our favor. Because if you don't remember, I don't know if everybody knows this or not, but we're doing a no bass giveaway. Some of y'all may know this, some of y'all may not. If I go out and go fishing and I don't catch a bass, I throw a lure in this box that I have where I have my kayak at. And on October 31st, if of all the times I've went fishing and I didn't catch anything, like I said, I've thrown a lure in this box every single time, and it's going to accumulate between now until October 31st, which is Halloween. And whoever is a subscriber of mine and comments on a video the giveaway video I'm gonna make with a code word I'll pick a random person, and I'll send them that entire box of baits that has been accumulated. There's already 4 or 5 baits in there now, but there's that one, and then there's the giveaway of 3,000 subscribers, which I have not got yet. So if we hit 3,000 subscribers, there's going to be a giveaway for that too. And if we don't hit it, then there won't be that one, but there will be the no bass giveaway for sure, regardless of how many subscribers we have. I thought that was only fair. You know, all you all that tune in and watch my stuff, and just because we didn't get 3,000 subscribers, you all get to miss out on the giveaway. So I thought I'd do another giveaway that would be, regardless of how many we got, everybody'd be involved. So that's pretty much what we got going on Sunday. Anybody got any questions? That's that hump that's like right there. The marina is this way. Little Creek is this way, that way. And then this is like this big ass hump that's like right in the middle that's where we're going to target for the most part. We're probably going to mess around here for, I don't know, like I said, till about 12 o'clock. And then we're going to circle back around, and we're going to hit this bank over here, and we're going to go up this bank all the way up until there's another point that's on this side, and it goes around. We're probably going to hit that up there too. And if we have to, and it gets to the end of the day, and I have to start heading back, I'll go across the lake and hit those coves over there, because that wind has been blowing that warm water that way. And I'm sure I'll figure it out before then, I'm hoping, because if I keep going that way and I keep getting bit, I'll just keep going until I don't get bit, and then I'll just kind of go back and we'll do the whole thing over again until I don't get bit anymore. Yeah, that's the game plan. I'm really, really excited for Sunday for sure, because like I said, I get from 10 o'clock to 2 o'clock, And then at 10 o'clock, the barometric pressure starts falling. And then that wind starts picking up. It started to get warmer. So there's a lot of things, a lot of pieces of the puzzle that are starting to connect for having a good day. I think it's gonna be pretty sweet. I'm hoping anyway. For my sake and your all's sake and everybody's sake that watches my stuff, I really appreciate you all. I would still make it even if I didn't have any viewers. I swear to God, I would. So the fact that you all watch it, I thank you all. But I don't know, you all. This is a weird looking fucking crankbait, dude. It's got like a that's what it looks like. It looks like a Ferrari, you know. But let's just get this thing. Looks like those are Mesta. Looks like those are triple grips. Who knew that Bill Lewis used triple grips? Oh, oh my gosh, dude. Yeah, I'm hoping to catch a few on this on these crankbaits. Especially that DD300. That's a good looking crankbait. That's a Ghost. I think it's called Ghost Gizzard. I think. But anyway, that's a big old sunbitch. This one right here. I don't remember how much that weighs. Weighs 1 ounce and 5/8. That Bill Lewis one. This one weighs like 1 ounce and a quarter, I think. And this is what it looks like next to a jig, next to the structure jig. I mean, that's a pretty big crankbait. You know. Well, this is what it looks like next to the spinnerbait. This is the full size, like 3/4 ounce spinnerbait. I know that thing keeps messing up, and I apologize. Like when I get further away, it doesn't. You can't really see it that well. I apologize, but these rattles in there. You hear that? I like that. It's a 6 cents product. If anybody's wondering. All right, well. And hey, don't get me wrong. There's a saddle right here. Where this right here is like 13 feet, and then it keeps going down like 20, and then right here is like 30, and then right here is really, I can't remember exactly what it is. I think it's like 15 or something. Then it gets really, really deep out this way. I think that's where those crankbaits are going to be. Are going to be money in that football jig too. Maybe even that spinnerbait. I think my fish are going to come out of that right there because this hump, this whole thing has everything that fish need in the wintertime. It's got deep water, it's got shallow water, it's got points, it's got drop-offs, it's got the creek channel right there. The creek channel is right, or the river channel is right there. It goes up to like 60 feet right there. I don't know if y'all can see that right there. It's like 65 feet. So, and then right here is like 40. That right there is like 40 feet, and it comes way, really, really, really shallow. It's up here, and it gets shallower and shallower and shallower, and then it gets to like 12 right there. And then you got that hump. This whole thing is gonna be pretty neat, I think. I think we're gonna have a good time. But if anybody has any questions, please put them down in the comments because I'll answer anything you got. I'll answer any questions you got. This is a live, it's a time for you to ask questions because I'm not an AI. I'm right here ready to answer them, Hey, if anybody doesn't know, I have a TikTok as well. I'm probably going to go live on that here in a little bit, just to kind of I like to dingle mess around on TikTok too. Kind of get the best of both worlds. You know what I mean? You get different folks on different ones. You know what I mean? Denny Brown would be proud of that one. I promise you. He'd be proud of that jig. Hell yeah, son. That's what I'm talking about. Hell yeah. So, anybody got any questions? No? Dude, I didn't even say listen to the rattle on this bad boy is. That thing is loud, son. Let's look at that one more time. 'Cause that's the weirdest looking crankbait I have ever seen. Look at that thing. That's what it looks like. It's just so weird looking. Like it really looks like a Ferrari's like hood and the way the whole thing is. It wasn't a cheap bait either. I mean, it was. I can't remember what it was, to be honest with you. I'd rather not say because it was quite a bit. It was like a $20, $25 bait. Something like that. I think the 6 cents one was like a $15 bait, something like that. It wasn't crazy, but it wasn't like cheap either. But I am looking forward to throwing all of this stuff. And you all will join it. I'm pretty much showing you this stuff so I don't have to like explain it while I'm fishing. You know what I mean? It kind of makes it easier on me because I only get 4 hours to fish. 4. From 10 o'clock to 2 o'clock. So I have to concentrate more on fishing than trying to get camera shots and explaining stuff. And that's why I kind of do these videos and I do the lives and it explains what I'm doing. That way I don't have to explain what I'm doing while I'm doing it and waste time. I'd rather catch more fish for you all and for my sake as well. It just seems like I don't know. I've tried talking and it just doesn't. I don't think it works well. I just feel like I waste time. I'm not like fishing. You know what I mean? I'm explaining things, and I have to. My focus goes other places, and I don't like that. So I decided to start doing these videos like this, kind of pregame, Sunday pregame things. Yeah, I'm kind of hoping the spinnerbait works out pretty well. I caught a big one on this in the summer on this exact bait. But I'm gonna slow roll this across around that hump, around that whole this whole thing. I'm gonna all these baits are gonna be around that. So we got 60 y'all in here. You got any questions? Anybody? I'll be happy to answer them whenever they are. What's my TikTok name? It's Local Hammer. Come on, man. Same across all my social medias, my Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. If you go to Facebook, I've got my personal and I've got my Local Hammer one. I think if you look up Local Hammer, both of them will show up. So it's the same profile pic and everything. So if you see it, it's me. It's nothing different. And on Facebook, I got that little check mark thing where it shows it actually is me and not like a fake profile or anything. So, and I got my local hammer attached to my other one, so it's all Gucci. Yeah, I just said that. It's all Gucci. It's gonna be all Gucci though. I'm telling you right now. I didn't include this because I don't have it with me, but I am gonna throw some swim baits, some big ones, not like crazy big, not like 10, 12 inches or anything. I got like a 6 inch uh, burrito that I'm probably gonna throw. I don't know how that's gonna. I am gonna throw it, but I don't know. It'll probably be more towards the end versus the beginning. I'm looking for more reaction strikes than I am at the beginning. And then once I kind of dial in what's going on, stuff like that, I'll kind of make a better determination on what I should be using and what they're hitting on, and what's biting, what's getting bit, what's not, stuff like that. But I think all of these lures that I showed you have the potential to get bit tomorrow, all of them. And I'm hoping that spinnerbait, that's what I'm hoping on. I ain't gonna lie, the spinnerbait and probably that Crush 400 is probably going to be, if I had in the football jig, it's probably third. If I had to bet my money on three of them, I'm going to go with spinnerbait, football jig, Crush 300, or Crush 400 in that order. And when I say football jig, I'm talking about the black and blue one. I'm talking about this one. The actual football jig, the smaller purple with that Rogue crawl in there. Rogue Bait Company crawl. By the way, if you go to Rogue Bait Company and use Brandon 10, you get 10% off your order. So just letting y'all know that. Just in case y'all go over there. And I don't know if I put it in the description or not. If I didn't, I apologize. But if you go in any of my videos, or if you go into my profile, it'll have Rogue there, .com. And like I said, Brandon 10, 10% off. Got them here skizzers. So who here has a TikTok account? So if I was to go to TikTok here in like 10, 15 minutes, who would go with me? Or who's got one to go with me? Anybody? No? Well, I mean, I'm not going over there right this second. I'm just a saying. Yeah, I don't know if has anybody ever thrown these tactical DDs? They look really, really good in the water. Uh, they bounce off of cover really, really well. I fished one. I didn't catch it, and it wasn't the bait's fault. I think it was more my fault. I wasn't in the right area. But they bounce off of cover really well. They come through rock, and I was banging it through clay. Like I found this clay bank, and I didn't even know it was clay. It's a rocky bank on the bank, like above the water. But when you get out, it kind of levels off right here a little bit before it drops off into the channel. Right here is just nothing but clay. And it makes sense to why I always see shad there. I was like, okay, well, that's why I see shad there all the time, because I was digging this down into, it was going down, it was digging into that clay, and it would come up and it would have mud on the lip. And I'd get it off, and I'm like, that's not mud, that's clay. Like it felt like Play-Doh. It was gray. But, I love speed cranking. I like, I'm a big fan of reeling things fast in the wintertime. And that's one of the reasons why I invested my money in some of these specifically, because that's what these were designed for. I had this one that I just got recently, and I got two more. I got like DD minnow, and I got like the green pumpkin crawl or phantom crawl or something like that. It's they look really really good in the water. I can't say that they don't, but I have not caught anything on them yet. And then, like I said, it's not because of the bait's fault. I don't think it's more my fault. But tactical bass in themselves swear by blood crawl in the wintertime, so that's why I chose this one. And the DT20, it sells itself. I mean, they're just proven baits. I can't really. I mean, what are you gonna say? I can't remember what color this is. Gizzard shad? Let's see what color it is. I don't even remember. Pearl gray. Oh, I thought it was gizzard shad. I think the gizzard shad's more darker up top, like black, instead of this one's kind of a browny gray color. But, one of the reasons why I got this is because now, this time of year, the bait is smaller. And if you look at this bait, it's not that big. I mean, it says this bait is 2 3/4 inches long. And I'm assuming that they're talking about just the bait itself, not the lip. And that's a smaller profile, especially in comparison to that or, that. So I wanted this as more of a finessier type of deep diving crank. I don't know if I had to guess. I'll be honest. I should probably have this tied on first before the Crush DD. But it's I may. I don't know. I may. It just depends. It's kind of one of them deals when you get to the lake and you're like, you know what? I don't know what I should tie on, and you just kind of go with your gut. And just tie on whatever your gut tells you to tie on, and then you can adjust from there, depending on if you want to go finessier or more aggressive. Either way, it's kind of a toss up there. But anyway, did I get any questions about this Sunday? I'll be glad to answer them. I'm not really going anywhere right this moment, but yeah, I like my background at least. I think that's pretty neat. I ain't gonna lie. It shows where I'm fishing this Sunday. I thought that was pretty dope, man. I'm not gonna lie about it. I've fished around here before too, like this whole bank right here before. I didn't do very good until I got to about right down here. There's like a bunch of trees that sticks out in the water, and I can't even remember what the hell I caught it. It was on a bladed jig. Like I threw it next to this big tree limb. Like there was a tree. It was the only one in the whole bunch. It was like this big around, and it protruded out in the water. And I threw it like right up next to it, and just started swimming that bladed jig right next to it. And then I got to the end of the stick, and it got heavy, and oh, there it was. It was just kind of one of those deals. But that's the first time and the only time I've went down this bank. And I'm not saying that it's not good. I just didn't think, or at the time, I thought I would do good around this bank, but I really didn't. And I'm not saying that that bank isn't good. I just didn't do it. I didn't do very good at the time. And I went all the way down to the very. I went that way a lot. Like I didn't get to the dam, but I got pretty close. To my miniature margarita here. It's been sitting there so long, my ice melted. I want to show you all these hooks that I got too. I had my phone sitting on them. I don't know if y'all can hear me now, but I think these hooks are pretty cool. They're a knockoff brand on they're a knockoff brand on Amazon, but they've got an interesting bend to them. See how it's got like that? Yeah, there you go. You can see it now. These are size 8s. They're really small. I got them for jerk baits and like small crankbaits, but they're a 3X hook, which I think is kind of cool. And they're small, which I do like. I'm hoping that they're slightly turned in. I don't know if you can see that or not, but they're just slightly turned in. Yeah, you might be able to see it there. But I got these in the hopes that it would eliminate. Hold on, let me rephrase that. It would mitigate snags. Like you'll never get rid of snags. But I was just hoping that smaller hook and where they were in just a little bit, kind of like the way an EWG is, that it would slow that down a little bit. But anyway, everybody got off, so it looks like a good time to see y'all on Sunday, hopefully. Well, no, there's not hopefully. I am gonna go fishing, so you will see me Sunday on the water. Hey, the one person that just came in here, I'm going to go to TikTok. So if you want to join me, switch over to TikTok. I'll be on there in about, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes under the same name, everything. All right, you all. Thank you all very, very much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. This is basically what I'm gonna be doing Sunday. So when you see it, you'll have a really, really good idea of what I'm doing. So thank y'all for tuning in, y'all. Later.